Depending on which report you look at, it's either hundreds of thousands of jobs or a couple million people that are short in the cybersecurity workforce. So our threat actors, commonly known as hackers, but just people that are trying to break into organizations, get access to sensitive data. They're the ones that are trying to shut down, water plants and treatment facilities, or they're trying to shut down governments, local municipalities, all that. They are developing skills and then they're applying those skills immediately. But we don't have enough people that are skilled to defend against that, to understand when an attack is happening, to understand how to implement protective measures. And so when you look at like what actually brings revenue in, we don't think security bringing revenue in. We think, oh, I need to get some more people to go help me I need a sales team. I need a business development guy that's going out and finding new contracts and finding new opportunities that are bringing in. And so those are things that as businesses grow, they start working at functional things that bring revenue in. Oh, I need an HR person to handle all the personnel because the CEO ain't about to be hiring people and sitting in on interviews. And so you start developing that, but then security is usually an afterthought. When you think as a smaller business that you're not a target. So like we think that, oh, these threat actors are actually going after these big companies or they're going after the United States government. They're not worried about, Will's, ice cream parlor that's on the street and we're selling ice cream. Like, they're not worried about me. But really, when threat actors they scan the network and then they're looking for what we call vulnerabilities, so gaps in your systems, low-hanging fruit. They just see a blip on somebody ain't got that. Who's that? Let's see what we got in there. Snap! Like they got all this personal information that I can sell on the web for money. And so now again, you weren't a target, but because you weren't secure, you became a target. And so we call that in the Army a soft target. Like we present, like this is why the Army, especially like the standard Army, is we got our uniform, everybody's looking the same, and then everybody's doing the same thing, and we're all vigilant and alert and all that. But if I let you just come to work with shorts and you don't look like everybody else, that presents a soft target. They're not disciplined enough to be the same all the way around. And so that's when like they like, hey, you need to again present a hard target. They need to see a guard force up there looking around like, oh yeah, they got some people guarding. We ain't going to attack them. We're going to find somebody else that ain't got no guards and we're going to hit them. Correct. That's what threat actors see when they go and they scan the network and you got a vulnerability. You don't have a system in place to protect that, to alert you when something's happening. You are a soft target. And so they're going to go for that because why would I spend 3 hours trying to figure out how to get into this secure facility when I got the doors wide open next door? I might not get as much, but I'm going to get something, and I'm not going to have to expend a whole lot of effort, right? So what we see is that we don't have enough people that are trained to identify when attacks are happening. We don't have enough people that are in place in organizations, just period, to even like advise, like, hey, I know you want to teach people how to recognize when something's wrong, when something is off. But B, also trying to build out a security program so that we can do what's called defense in depth work. Hey, we're looking at things from top to bottom. We're looking at the firewall, what rules are in place. We're looking at, what endpoint detection and response systems, where something happens, I have software that automatically is tuned to implement some sort of protection. We're just going to isolate that. It doesn't require me to actually do anything. That software automatically goes and like grabs that, isolate that, and then we're going to tell you about it and you can make your own decision. Is it good? All right, cool. Is it good? If it's not, all right, cool. We delete that and we go about our business. So being able to identify what solutions need to be in place to secure the network, and then what people need to be in place to manage those systems, and then what knowledge do I need to have as not only as IT or a cybersecurity professional, but what does the entire organization need to have as a security mindset? Because you can have all of those things in place. If somebody clicks on a link, all of that is out the door. Open it up. Right? And so again, having a ability to have some awareness and be able to train that is something that we're severely lacking. And then the last thing I'll say about it is how people or how organizations pursue candidates to fill these roles is also a little bit broken. So we talk about, entry level positions to where like, hey, we need somebody to come in, but they put all of these expert level requirements and assign it to an entry-level position. So like, hey, I have a CISSP. We talked about that certification a little earlier. That's an advanced cybersecurity certification. It requires years of experience in multiple domains in order to even qualify for it. And you'll see entry-level job applications that are asking for that certification and 5 years of experience, but it's an entry-level job. Like, you're paying this guy $60,000 a year, which again sounds good in other fields, but in the cybersecurity world, that's kind of baseline for our type of work.
Correct.
You're going to pay them that amount of money, but then you want a bachelor's degree in computer science, and you want a CISSP certification, and you want 5 years of experience for an entry-level play. Like, if they have all that, they're not going to go for that. And then these people that are actually entry-level, that can actually come in and actually do quality work, if given the opportunity and provided training, can actually do that. They don't even make it past the ATS system. So they don't even make it to the interview. So that's where we have to fix